Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com. We're ready to make our smoothie this morning, and I wanted to show you this. We got a whole bunch more greens this time at Walmart, and of course the newer kind they had there I was quite thrilled with. But this one we're using this morning is kale. Whoops, that's baby kale. You can tell it because it's got the little jagged leaves there. See that? And then this one, of course, is the baby spinach. So if you're just starting out with smoothies, you might want to do the baby greens because you're not going to be able to taste them hardly at all, really. But the thing that will make the greens easier to take, that you won't get that green taste, is to put oranges in them or some orange juice. Now, I don't recommend the purchased orange juice because it really, once you mix it with the greens, I think it gives it a slight bitter taste. So I really didn't like even the fresh squeezed orange juice you can buy, in the jar. I didn't think worked near as well as just using fresh oranges. And of course, I've had a great deal of difficulty finding oranges this time of year. And but anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. Excuse me. I wanted to just cover something about cleaning out your Vitamix beaker. Now, I know that the Vitamix people recommend that you put a couple of drops of dish detergent in water and then run it and clean it that way, and I do that. I also use a dish rag in there to clean out, inside, because sometimes things get up around the top edge there. And but anyway, I don't really dry mine out after. And let me turn this up and finish telling you. Here's the reason I don't. Now, back in the 60s when I was in high school and we had home ec, one of the things you learned was it was much better to let your dishes dry in the dish rack rather than use the little drying towel. Dish cloth is what we called them. It was a cloth that was not like a towel, it was thin. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you just did not do that with your dishes because they said you just spread more germs that way, let them air dry. And I really can't get past that because I learned that very well. Now, when we were growing up, and me and my sister had to do the dishes, once I learned that in home ec, I told my mother that we need to let them sit in the dish drain and dry that way rather than me standing there drying them, and putting them in the cabinet. And my mother said, I don't care what you learned in home ec, you dry the dishes. So, she didn't let us do that. But I do agree with that you're better off to let your Vitamix just air dry. And even if you've got hard water and you can see the little, water droplet signs in it, and maybe it might turn cloudy, so what? You're just looking for clean, really. So I don't dry mine out like that. I let it air dry, rinse it really good, turn it upside down in the dish drain and let it just dry naturally. So anyway, but I know that Vitamix recommends that you dry it out to prevent that. But I also think when you put a lot of stuff in, like I'm going to be putting some stuff that's partially frozen in this morning, and I think it probably kind of skins it up a little bit inside, and maybe that's part of the reason that your little beaker might turn a little cloudy. It's plastic, All right, just wanted to say that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to use those greens that are half spinach and half baby spinach and half kale. Now, this is not the container that it came in. It came in a great big bag, but I put it in here and just wash it again. All right, so we're going to use a little more this morning, and we're doing that because it's not hard to hide the taste of the baby greens. And by the way, even that baby kale is great in a salad. It's just great. All right, so we've got all that in. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my oranges in. Now I've already cut around them this morning. And by the way, a couple of these oranges went bad in my refrigerator. They did. And I've only had them like a couple of weeks. They really should have kept a lot longer than that. There's what I'm talking about, yeah. And these were very expensive, so I guess we're just, you know, not quite in orange season yet. Yeah, I have to have my fresh oranges to kill the taste of the greens, because you can really eat a lot more greens in your smoothie if you've got that orange juice in there, or some kind of citrus. Okay, that's that. And also I'm going to use fresh bananas that have got the little specks on them, so they'll be sweeter this morning. And also, yesterday I made the, I can never remember the name. You know what I want to do? I want to call this Barclay, not Barley, okay? And I think I do that because one of the subscribers is Barclay the dog, and every time I think of Barley, I think of him. So anyway, here's the little frozen packets. Now they're somewhat thawed out now, and I put 4 of them in, so that would equal 8 tablespoons of cooked barley. This is coconut pulp. The carrots I also did. Can y'all see that? The carrots I also did yesterday. And this is 4 tablespoons really of dates. And those were also frozen. So I'm going to dump that in now. Now I'm putting the extra dates in this morning because I'm going to be using strawberries. And these strawberries that I got are very sour. They're also partially frozen, so I'm going to dump those in. And I guess I better get the peanut butter out. I'm going to see if I can get away with not using the peanut butter, but I'm going to taste of it and see how it is. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut the bananas. Let me get it down here so you can see. There. Just cut the ends off, and then squeeze the ends out. Whoops, bad place. Cut that out. Another bad place. See if I can get all that in. Now when I get my bananas at the farmer's market and freeze them, I never have any of that. Never. Never have any that I have to cut out. And I think part of it, whoops, there's another place. Part of the reason for that is when I buy them at the farmer's market, they come in the original box they were packed in. Nobody's touched them, you know, and put them out, you know, the way they put them out at the grocery store. Nobody has even touched them. So they're not really bruised in any way. Okay, we've got a full house this morning. Look at that. So I'm going to add a little bit of water in there. Now those greens are going to go down quite a bit. So let's see, that's probably 3/4 of a cup of water. So hopefully this will work. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. I like to move y'all closer so you can see that Vitamix. All right, let's try that right there. Give this a quick little taste. Oh, wee. I can taste the strawberries. I better put peanut butter in it. Yeah, this morning I can taste those strawberries. And the dates have made it sweet enough, so don't need any more. All right, here we go. I'm going to taste that one more time to just make doubly sure it's sweet enough. It is. Well, let me put a little sugar. Put about a tablespoon of sugar in there just to sweeten it just a touch. Here we go. Of course, I've got overage this morning, but we will both probably drink that because this is really good this morning. Of course, it's a very dark green. Okay, had that much left this morning, so Mr. Bucky will drink that. Let me back y'all up. There we go. Get a little taste of this. I'm sure it's going to be good now. I can still taste the strawberries. I'm surprised because usually I can't taste the strawberries at all. Even, you know, when I put a whole cup or more in it, I can't taste them, but I can taste them this morning. Yeah. Now I wanted to just say a word again about the bananas. When you freeze those bananas, they definitely get a lot sweeter. They get even sweeter than the kind with the little specks all over them. And I don't know why, but they do. So you might want to try that. When you buy them at the store, just put them in the freezer perfectly yellow. You know what? Don't put them in with any green on them. And you really want to put them in without any little specks on them too. And somehow or other, they come out sweeter. Now, I freeze mine in the peeling. I don't take them out of the peeling. And in fact, the whole bottom part of my freezer where the little basket is, it's a big basket, the full width of the freezer, and a bushel of bananas will fit exactly in that part. And that's all I ever use that basket for, is all those bananas. And it's the full width and length of the bottom of the freezer. So anyway, I had bought these bananas. I'm not sure why I bought them to start with, a couple of days ago. And I just decided to go ahead, and we've got 2 more over here to use up probably tomorrow. And I wanted to say something about doing the smoothie videos on Sunday. On Sunday morning, you know, of course we go to church, so there's not, we're kind of rushed, and you know, being able to have to take care of the dogs and all that, and so there's not time to videotape on Sunday. We still have smoothies every Sunday, but I just don't videotape them, you know. All right, y'all, we will see y'all next time. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. I worked all day yesterday, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do today, but if we cook something good, we'll just record it. All right, we will see y'all next time.